Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 19 on EA Sports. Coming up, the Red Rifle, Andy Dalton and the Cincinnati Bengals take on Phillip Rivers and the Los Angeles Chargers. So with that, let's get you out to Southern California as standing by at STUBHUB Stadium. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the STUBHUB Center, 20 miles south of downtown L.A. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Los Angeles Chargers. Brandon Godden, Charles Davis on hand. And, Charles, we've got two teams here certainly with something to prove after a disappointing 2017.
Let's be honest about it. Their playoff aspirations, they went splat, didn't they? They've got to prove now to themselves and to their fans. Are they one of those teams that's ready to move back up, or are they one of those teams that really has to rebuild?
Here's the Chargers' new kicker for 2018, Caleb Sturgis, to get us started. And we are underway in Southern California. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here come the Bengals now to take over. Calling the shots in the huddle will be the 8th-year man from TCU. His first season in his 30s. The quarterback is Andy Dalton.
2 straight subpar years for the Bengals, 6-9-1 in 2016, followed by a 7-9 in 2017. Many are starting to wonder whether Andy Dalton's actually on the hot seat this year. It's unfortunate. It comes with the territory when you're a starting quarterback in the NFL, even if it's not always fair.
Now a first carry from Giovanni Bernard. Even with the nice move, can't go very far. Stops short of the 30. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Here now the offense for the Bengals.
Out wide, they have A.J. Green, who can run every route you want on the route tree and take the top off a defense with his speed and has the length to go over the top of people to catch the ball. But maybe the most impressive thing about him, the only wide receiver ever to be a Pro Bowler in his first 7 years in the NFL.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. A first carry for the second-year man, Joe Mixon. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. So Dalton now. On the screen, Bernard. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. Chargers going to get the football again here in just a second. In recent years, though, as we just talk about what they've done so far this season, 4-2. But recent years, it's been a team that has started slow. This has to feel pretty good 6 weeks in.
It has to feel excellent for them because the only losses to the Rams and to Kansas City are combined 11-1. And how about Phillip Rivers? He's actually getting overshadowed in his own division by the hot second-year quarterback in Kansas City, Patrick Mahomes. But Philip Rivers is the only quarterback to throw 2 or more touchdowns in every game this season. 15 touchdowns, only 3 interceptions, and Melvin Gordon is on a roll. 5 straight games with a touchdown and 246 rush yards, the most since the LT era in 2008.
And, man, did they look good dismantling Cleveland 38-14 in Week 6.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coach was always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Rivers. Going underneath for Gordon. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion. What you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Back now to begin the 2nd quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. Here's Donnie Jones now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
I remember sitting in special teams meetings, and at some point during the meeting, the coach would always say, you better treat this one just like you're playing offense or defense. It's a big part of the game. And we just saw evidence of why right there with that fumble.
Yeah, fumble on the punt, and after it was turning up to be a pretty decent return.
Yeah, a really nice return. They were going to be set up okay, and the offense would feel good running onto the field. And now the defense has to try it out there and try and slow them down.
So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their 38. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
Hey, did you have one of those backyards that you had one of those, like, mats or pits like you have for high jumpers? And, you know, you had your friends throw the ball and you tried to make the spectacular catches?
I didn't need a mat.
you just did it with the ground?
Absolutely.
That explains your
Concrete.
toughness. That explains your toughness right there, because I think that guy was raised just like you. What a catch.
Dalton, 1st and 10. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The tight end, C.J. Uzomah, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Dalton. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. And they try to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be third down.
That was a nice catch, but unable to stay in bounds. And remember, it wasn't a wide receiver who works on that all the time.
I was going to say, he likes to get the ball handed to him. Now, don't get me wrong, he's part of the passing game as well, but maybe a little out of his comfort zone there.
Yeah, he might want to have a few words to say to us about that later, but I am still going with you on that one. Wide receivers work on a little bit more.
False start, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Still third down.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton going deep downfield for Ross. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Here's Kevin Huber now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. The Charger offense making their way back out there. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. A first down throw here for Rivers. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll check in with our Jonathan Coachman. He'll have highlights and analysis of the first half, and our highlights will likely be on the defensive side of the football here. Scoreless game. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Rivers on first down. And Green with a catch left side. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Now the Chargers hustling, trying to get up and get set. Now a second down throw for Rivers. This is Gordon on the dump off. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Rivers. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Again, it's Rivers. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. As the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Open man, it's Allen. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
A first red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. Rivers now. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the 1st half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. From the gun, Rivers. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Two incompletions haven't moved him any closer, and likely throwing again. You'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. Rivers again. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away, and that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And his kick is good. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Now it's Sturgis converted on the field goal. Now he'll send this one away on the kickoff. On the return, it's Alex Erickson. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. A chance to discuss the Cincinnati Bengals here as they're coming back out on offense, Charles. They still remain in the lead by a half game in the AFC North despite that 7-point loss in Week 6 to Pittsburgh. This is going to be an interesting division as the season continues.
It certainly is because Pittsburgh has gotten right. Cincinnati set the pace early. Cleveland is no longer a pushover. And Baltimore on defense playing as well as anyone in the league. Andy Dalton struggles with Pittsburgh, though, doesn't he? 3-12 in his career against the Steelers. But I like what Cincinnati has coming up. People think I'm crazy. They go to Kansas City for a Sunday night game. Kansas City just had a bruising game, an emotional game with New England. It may catch them down a little bit. And Cincinnati, they're going to want a little redemption after losing against Pittsburgh. Keep an eye on this one.
It's second down. Dalton looking. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Dalton here from the gun. And he comes back with one complete. The 20, 10, 5. And he's taken down all the way inside the LA 10. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. And welcome back, the offensive unit. They took the timeout. And now they get set to line up as we resume action. A first chance in the red zone for the Bengals now. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. C.J. Uzomah in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bengals are in for 6.
Well, someone has a sense of the dramatic here, don't they? Scoring this late in the half to take the lead going into the locker room.
Now they just don't want to misstep misfortune on the next kickoff because there's still a little bit of time left on that clock.
Yeah, you do have to bring that up, don't you? In the NFL, every play is critical. And if you give up something cheap there, all that advantage they just gained goes right out the window.
Bullock good on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Just a 4-play drive that time, and it ends with a Bengals score. Bullock out now to kick this one away. Here's Desmond King on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10.
Ready.
Final play of the half, Rivers. He's going to loft one, deep left, and that's caught inside the 35. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one has been a hard-hitting affair to this point, and you gotta expect we'll see more of the same in the second half. And to bring the action your way, let's get it right back out to Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. To return it now, here's King. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Let's go. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 24. Rivers now to throw on 1st down. It's complete right side to Benjamin. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
So 2nd and inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. On the counter, here's Gordon. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. They go back to Gordon here on 1st down. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
On 3rd down, Rivers. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards on the play. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen.
False start, offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still first down.
A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. From the gun, Rivers finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at the StubHub Center in Carson. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. Man open left side. It's Williams. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Rivers with a 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. From the red zone now, Rivers. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Michael Johnson, he's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front, nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Operating from the gun. Rivers. Completes it to Benjamin. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. He'll look to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Now the Chargers hustling, trying to get up and get set. Back to throw. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon taking it in. And the Chargers have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. Important extra point up and through. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Andy Dalton had 3 game-winning drives a year ago. He'll try to lead the Bengals to another as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. He's back to throw. Open man is Ross, complete. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now
down.
your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, You can't have those kind of plays.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll look to throw. He finds Ross right side. It's complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati 1st down. So now Dalton. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. All right, here's Dalton. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score, and he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They have the 3-point lead. Defense did their job. Now, late game, although it looks good, you know the coaches, they haven't counted this as a victory yet.
I agree with you totally. Big applause for the defense, but no one is taking their headset off on the sidelines. They don't believe this game is over. The offense has to close this one out by taking care of the football.
And they'll try to close it out now. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on 1st down. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. Here's Donnie Jones now as he's on to punt for L.A. Getting ready to go again. Here's Andy Dalton marching back onto the field. This is something we've seen many times over the course of his career. Can he pull off another fourth-quarter comeback?
And it's very strange, isn't it? Because when it's a player of this magnitude, even though the guys on defense have the lead and are sitting in the best spot, they're maybe the most nervous people in the stadium because they've seen this happen to too many people before, too many teams. They've got to find a way to shut him down.
Here we go again for the grizzled vet. Big spot, Andy Dalton to the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make it a second down. Dalton wants to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. Wide open receiver complete. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. A Bengal first down on a 16-yard pickup there. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from Southern California.